This is Constance Harris and she's the fashion editor with the Sunday Independent.
Since the course started 5 weekends ago, the students have been given new techniques and skills that will help them approach their lives with new determination. Many of them want to apply for jobs, and with this in mind, fashion editor Constance Harris talks to them about looking the part.
Whatever your circumstances are, whatever your dreams are, clothes will actually help you step into that. And for most people, the problem is they just don't know who they are. Particularly, actually, there's various stages in life, and probably the 40s to 50s is actually one of the key ones. Young fellas like him, it's just all about being loud and getting attention. Does he want to pull the chicks or not? It's all going to be there in his clothes. For you, it's about your background. That's the most important thing that you want to signal is where you come from. Okay, I want you to put on that.
Constance starts to work with the students one-on-one. Her aim is to give them all an idea of how to dress appropriately when it comes to more formal situations, and to give them some pointers for a mock interview they will all have later.
If you had that and your black trousers, that jacket, the bag, you'd look really well. You'd look right for the job. If I was sitting in a parent-teacher meeting with you, I'd say this man is not listening to me.
I wouldn't wear this type of stuff. I would wear a shirt and slacks.
Right.
And shoes.
See, most people who wear tracksuits and soft clothes like that, they don't want to look at their bodies. That's why...
No, that's right. Exactly my point.
But, you'd look so much sharper with the suit. Now, I don't know what size this is, so you try that on and see how it fits. Hey, Thomas, way to go.
Thank you.
Very nice. Completely different man. Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I find you more attractive like this.
Oh, thank you very much.
I know that you feel it's not your personality, but honestly, you are going into a corporate world in catering, right? You have to play that game. You're meeting my eye a lot more now since you've started wearing that coat and your own coat. That makes a huge difference in a meeting.
I love if they made a suit in a tracksuit form.
Yeah.
I would wear that boy loaded.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'll tell you what now. The tie brings you together. It makes you look sharper and more formal. I would actually stick with the tie.
For all the students, there is a fear surrounding formal situations, whether it is avoiding a parent-teacher meeting or not taking that job interview. To help them work through this, Dragon's Den's Sarah Newman takes them all for a mock interview.
Hello.
Hello.
How'd you do, James?
How's it going?
Sarah Newman. I want the candidates to know that whether they're going to meet with their accountants or their lawyers or their bank managers or the school teacher who's giving a report on their kids, I want them to not be ever intimidated by any other human being. Fear is really the biggest thing that is holding those people back. Fear of being laughed at, fear of being looked down upon because they can't understand a document. I have people that give me advice and support and help. I read books that I don't understand the words in or the meanings of. We're all here to keep learning, and these guys need to know that they need never be intimidated by anybody.
I started working cars when I was, well, I used to say from 11 really, but really got stuck into it when I was 14.
And do you reckon you can find your way around pretty much any vehicle?
As I keep saying to people, if I want to go for a job interview, I also want a chance to get my foot in the door.
James is a really interesting candidate. I warmed to him the moment that he walked into the room. I was a little bit concerned to begin with insofar as he did not want to make eye contact with me. His eyes were glued to the floor. I put that down to the fact that he was probably, apprehensive about coming into the room. James says that he has worked with cars his entire life and he speaks very passionately. James, a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
The very, very best of luck.
Thank you very much.
And I shall be bringing my cars to you.
Yeah, you will.
I will. Okay. And I see him being a very successful local businessman, particularly in a climate where people are getting their cars fixed rather than just buying new ones. So I see great things ahead for James. So, Peter, I understand you want to be a chef.
Yeah.
You do? Tell me about why you like cooking.
I've worked in the kitchen before, but I only was doing the pot wash, and but I was on my way moving up to cutting the vegetables and that, and I got a place back in school, and so I just left the kitchen.
So what happened to you at school that you managed to slip through the system?
Aggressive.
You were aggressive? Yeah. So what sort of things did you used to do to be aggressive? What sort of...
Hit people.
You used to hit people. Okay, kitchens are really pressurised places to be. So if I know that you have like anger issues and I'm screaming at you to hurry up and peel the vegetables, what happens if I push the wrong button?
Sure, don't care anyway.
You do care, Peter, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Good luck, which is all. First time in 6 weeks I've had to walking out of something, and I'm usually always participating in everything. Never doing that again. Shorts and that. Go now and get back into the tracksuit. I hate all this stuff. To be honest, I haven't got a clue why I reacted like that today. Or what triggered it. But it was because I was nervous and it was a big room and it was like an echoey. It was building up in me. It was building and building and building. When I was sitting there next to Val, I don't know what she said. I just flipped. I didn't mean to flip, like. Every time I go into an interview, I always walk out. Some of the times I don't even make it through the door because I'm like, no way, they're going to ask me about my past history. So I said it to everybody there. I said, I'm walking out the minute someone says something. Her voice scared me the most because it was like a strong, posh English accent. And when she was sitting there looking at me when I was coming in, that's it, then I just trembled. Literally trembled.
After the mock interviews are finished, the tutors take the chance to talk to the group about their mixed experiences.
But Peter, you will get to the situation that you will go in for an interview, the interview for that place in college, and then when you get the qualifications then, the interview for that job. They're a hard thing to do, but it's good to start doing the preparation for it now.
I think he's grown up quite a bit. He still has his temper tantrums, but I think he's grown up quite a bit, thanks to what he's learning here, and he's actually learning some communication skills and what it's like to be an adult from the other people that he's with. So yeah, I think he's changed an awful lot. The dim moon was over the ocean as the wind blew, thickening clouds across the sky. My goal at the start of the course was to be able to read a book with Corey. Through the stormy haze. To be able to sit and read with your child, it's a very big buzz. You're on a high because you feel like you've accomplished something. We're swept into little whirlwinds.
I'm happy about my mum because she's made such a big improvement. She's only having difficulties with a few words now and she's getting most of the words right.
Well, when I started the course, I wanted to read a book, and now I feel like I'd like to write something, well, not actually write a whole book, but write kind of a short story about some things that happened in my life that I'd like to get out onto paper and have someone else read them. I find that being able to write down and to express yourself can help you in a lot more ways than I thought they could.
It's Sunday morning, and after some pressure over the last 2 days, the final challenge of the weekend is a fun treasure hunt around the local town.
You've got to use some text clues to find some locations, and you've got to take photographs of the teams in various creative situations. We're going to give you cameras now in a moment. The second part of the quiz is back at base. Best of luck, everybody. We'll see you back here shortly.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to complete as many tasks as possible in the given time. More, P, will you?
No, flat, Lisa. The name will put down.
The teams have to read the instructions and collate a list of facts which they find from various locations around the town.
Yeah, how much is the 12 Isabella's around the corner?
Gold, tea bags.
It's 209 for one, so it's 418 for two of them.
Okay, let's go though. So we have to run. Well, you got younger legs than I have.
They're very, very competitive. There's no doubt about that, and I think they're getting drawn into the whole treasure hunt. They're being pulled in by each other. They're getting very enthusiastic. They're getting very competitive, and the teams want to win. They want to accomplish this. They want to really get there.
R-O-A-C-H.
Oh, okay. Is it a place or is it a person?
It's a place.
Okay. It's a place, it's not a person.
Well, if you look at that.
One of the challenges is for the teams to take a series of photos of themselves in odd locations around the town to prove they were there. This is no problem for budding photographer Anne Ahern.
I think I was about 10 when I bought a camera first. So I would have been the photographer in the house. And then when I had my own children, no matter where they'd be, I'd be snapping them here, there and everywhere. couple of weeks ago I started a photography course down in the Springfield Hotel, showing us how to take photographs, how to lock a photo. And he's also showing us how to put it onto a laptop and put it on our CDs. So I never knew how to do any of that, so it's all learning.
Anne has decided to push her hobby that one bit further and go for an interview at Pixie Photos in Newbridge. This is her first interview in over 30 years.
Hi Anne, how are you? I'm Regina, I'm the studio manager for the Pixie Photos studio. How are you?
Great.
Come on up and I'll show you the studio and you can have a tour.
Lovely. This is what I'm trying to do, is get back out into the workforce. Having the interview for me will be a great experience. Certainly with the photographs, I think it would be a great opportunity to get back out there and meeting people again. So you set up all this, before you click it off?
We'd do our shoots, say, kind of in the morning time, and then we'd go promoting then as well. So we do that all the time, and we don't.
But you only do that in the store itself?
No, sometimes.
There's a lot of work involved in just one shoot, you know. Yeah, let me take the photographs, and all that paperwork and all that preparation and everything just seems just. I think I'd like a slightly easier job at this stage of my life.
And that's us. That's a Monday with ourselves.
The teams successfully complete the treasure hunt and head back to Moy Valley for the final quiz.
It says fill in the missing parts of the sum below. 2 question mark 3 equals 5. So 2 and 3 equals 5. Yeah, so you just put a plus. You just put a plus mark.
Get is in the shape. See, it's in the word shape, so it's get in shape.
I climbed the highest mountain.
I ran through the fields. You too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Based on his experiences over the weekend, Peter realises that if he is really going to have a future in catering, he will have to overcome his fear of interviews.
Hi Peter.
Hi, yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much. This is my second interview, I say, in my life. My ambition is definitely to be a chef, because I like my food, I'm passionate about food, so.
Okay, Peter.
Trinder.
Spell that, Peter.
T-R.
Reading and writing is important. You will learn that if you go to work abroad. If you can't speak a language and you try and work in a country where you can't speak the language, I would find it hard to work in a fully fledged French restaurant, because reading orders that are coming in, communicating times that dishes are going to be put up to the other chefs, you would just miss so much of the action. Have you done any cooking at home, or?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah? What's your favourite dish to cook?
Steak.
Steak. Great, we have a lot of steaks on our menu. If you're prepared to work hard as a chef, you will go far. If you're in it for the easy ride, you've got a short life ahead of you as a chef. Perhaps what we might do is a trial day. I won't give you too many sharp knives so you can hurt yourself. And then we'll see how you get on, and maybe I'll put you in one of the stations in the kitchen and see how you get on.
It was actually all right. I thought I would have been more nervous than I was, and he said to give me a trial next week.
Thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
Cheers, Peter.
Thank you.
Good luck.
It was perfect. It was grand, not a bother on it.
Next week on Written Off, the students graduate and face the challenge of public speaking at the Dublin Book Festival in City Hall.
Thanks to Nala, I can read and I can write and I can spell.
In front of their families and special guest, Senator David Norris.
These 7 people I'm at the meeting, and we'll all stay in contact. That's a promise we made us all.
If you would like to improve your reading and writing and receive a free learning pack, call the National Adult Literacy Agency on free phone 1800 20 20 65. That's 1800 20 20 65.